Greetings, howdy, howdy. How's everyone doing today? Whew, it is smoking outside. So before some of you ask, I just came from outside. I had to take my dog outside, but the heat is killer out there. And for everyone I know that has MS, the heat is no bueno for us. So this hat right here is actually a cooling hat. Let me show you how it works. So the VA prescribed me this hat, and it has a little pack in here that's removable. And I can place a little cooling device in there. Isn't that awesome? So there are little things that the VA does for us like that. For MS patients, but we need things like that. We just have to reach out to our primary care provider. And I also have this fan on, set at max 5. The heat is that bad. I went outside and my skin was like, whoo, man. But I'm not going to be doing that much today unless I have to take my dog outside. But anyways, this video today is about my cantaloupe patch. So if you all recall in the first video that I had, I said I was growing 2 cantaloupe patches, the first of which I cut, and that cantaloupe is so juicy. Here's another one I cut off the stem about 3 days ago or so. I want to say that it's ripe, but we're going to see. But there's also a little one from the other patch. So when I garden, I like to do a lot of experimenting. I'll grow the same crop in different areas, and I take notes as to see which crop thrived in which area. It's just something that I've learned to do over time. So that way, when I grow that crop again the following year, I'll know which area was more productive. So this one came from the second patch. Look at that, much smaller in comparison. And yes, they're both cantaloupes, and they came from the same seed batch. Look at that. So which one should I open first? This one. This one came from the second seed patch that I did not show you yet. This was the only one growing there. So let's see what this looks like on the inside. It turned yellow, and I've actually never seen a cantaloupe turn yellow like that before. Oh, wow. Ha! It's ready. Look at that. It's actually ripe. You know, I was thinking yellow as being ripe, duh, Kira, but I've never seen one this small and turn yellow like this. So let's go ahead and taste it. All right, let's see. Yes, I'll be careful with the knife. Just a little taste. That's actually pretty good to be so small. And the reason I picked it was because I felt the outer shell, and I was like, well, maybe it is ready, but I didn't want it to sit on the vine anymore. The vine was starting to decay, but that's also a sign of when your vegetables and fruits are ready. Look at the vine decaying. That goes for watermelons and honeydew, or pretty much any melon that you're growing. So that's that one. Number 3. So this is the third one that I've gotten off the vine. This will be the third one that I'm cutting. Let's see the differences in this one. A little bit of grain there. But again, the vine was decaying, so I figured that it was ready to cut open. Let's see. Growing your own food is so special. I am so stoked about. Wow! Cantaloupe number 3. Succulent and juicy. Wow. This is awesome. And again, I'm going to take a little piece. All right, 2 things here. So this cantaloupe, it's got a seed in my mouth. This cantaloupe came from the second patch. This one is the only one growing on that vine right now. This one is tasty, but it's not quite as sweet as this one. This one came from the first batch that I showed you where I cut the first cantaloupe out. So what I am personally concluding from that is where I grew these 2, or this one and the other one at, is where the cantaloupe grows best at for flavoring and seasoning. That's just my own analysis, but here we are. You have it, homegrown cantaloupe. And for seed preservation, someone asked me that a few days ago in my text messages. I simply just dry the seeds out. Well, I wash them off with the guck. That's what I do, is I don't want the guck stuck on there. And I sit them on a paper towel, let them dry in the sun for maybe 2-3 days. I wash them, or even put them on my counter and let them dry out on a plate. Then I just wait till they're all the way dry. Because if they're not dry, they're going to produce mildew once you store them. You don't want that. That's going to damage your whole seed packs. And then what I do is put them up for the future. I put them in plastic containers. I put them anywhere that doesn't formulate any type of precipitation. When I say that, you don't want any humidity, you don't want to get rain or anything like that, because once those seeds start getting like that, they're going to start growing, and you're going to make them think that they're in an environment in which they can grow. You want these seeds to be stored in an airtight place where they're not going to reach any sun, any humidity, rain, snow, sleet, fall, anything like that. A storage container that is dry. And I've used plastic bags. I've used glass containers as such before, like this. This is calendula. We'll get into that in another video. So that's what I do to my cantaloupe seeds. If y'all have any questions or comments, please let me know. And again, I want to know if any of you all are growing your own food. If so, what are you growing? Where do you live at? What made you garden? If any of you have MS, please subscribe and support me. If any of you know anyone that has MS, please subscribe to my channel. Please pass this on. I'm advocating for people with MS and for veterans also that might have MS. This is a hard disease to deal with, and I want to see more positivity and less negativity dealing with MS. Although I know MS is a terrible disease, I'm going to keep reiterating that it is possible to still be happy with MS despite how you feel. And with that being said, happy 4th of July. I wish you all the best of luck today in whatever you're doing. Fireworks, pools, grill outs, just staying home whether you're working or not. Just be safe no matter what you're doing. Take care. Happy gardening!